Once upon a time, when Sherry was very young, she decided she didn't like the noises she heard in the night. She thought she heard noises of scary ghosts, and a witch, and a house falling down, and shoes walking by themselves, and a dragon breathing fire, and another strange noise, like a growl and a roar, and a wheeze and a whistle sound, all stirred together. The next morning at breakfast, she told her Daddy and Mommy all about the frightening noises. Daddy said, "Night noises are just like day noises." Mommy said, "There aren't as many noises at night, so they sound louder and different." And Petunia purred, and Violet wagged her tail, because they liked night noises. But Sherry didn't like them. That night, when everyone was snug in bed, she heard the noises again. "Daddy, Mommy, come quick!" "Mommy! Daddy! Mommy! Daddy! Mommy! Daddy!" "What's the matter?" her father asked. "I heard a tap, 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 and a noise that's a growl, and a roar, and a wheeze, and a whistle, all stirred together. Listen." Everyone was as quiet as a clam. Everyone listened. "The tap, tap, tap is your shade dancing against the window. But what about the other noise?" Everyone stood as still as a jar of jam. But no one, not even Sherry, could hear the noise. That was a growl, and a roar, and a wheeze, and a whistle, all stirred together. Her father and mother both thought she must have dreamed it, and Violet and Petunia agreed. So they all went back to their beds. But Sherry knew it wasn't a dream. She knew she really had heard it. She closed her eyes to listen. And the next thing she knew, it was morning. Every night, Sherry heard noises. And every night she called for her Mommy and Daddy. "Mommy! Daddy!" One night she called 5 times. "Mommy! Daddy! Mommy! Daddy!" Her ghosts, Daddy said, were an owl and a train. And her witch was only an aeroplane. The house falling down was thunder and rain. The shoes that walked were the tick and the tock of the grandfather clock. And the dragon was only a car on the block. When Sherry knew what those night noises really were, they seemed like friendly noises, not frightening noises. But the next morning, everyone was tired. Daddy almost forgot to shave. Mother almost forgot to cook breakfast. Petunia almost forgot to clean her whiskers. And Violet almost forgot to wag her tail. "This can't go on," Daddy said. "We have to think of something. We must get our sleep." So that night, when Sherry heard the noise that was a growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle, and she called for her Mommy and Daddy to come quickly, Daddy gave Sherry a pair of earmuffs to keep out the night noises. "These are spiffy. I'll sleep in a jiffy." And Sherry snuggled in her bed. But they prickled and tickled. They were worse than the noises in the night. When Sherry came down to breakfast the next morning, Everyone else was as wide awake as sunflowers. No more earmuffs, please. They kept me awake all night. But what about the noises? Sherry said she didn't mind the plane noises, and the train noises, and the thunder and rain noises, now that she knew they were friendly noises. But she still didn't like the I don't know what they are noises. Sherry's mother suggested that if she could turn all the noises she heard into I do know what they are noises, they would all be friendly. I know. If I draw pictures of all the noises I hear, maybe I'll find out what the growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle all stirred together noise is. She went to bed early that night. She drew pictures of all the I do know what it is now noises. There was the branch that creaked, the door that squeaked, and the faucet that leaked. There were mice eating rice, and the refrigerator making ice. They all turned out to be friendly noises, just as Mommy said they would. But hard as she tried, she just couldn't picture what made the growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle sound. How do you draw a wheeze? Suddenly, Sherry remembered she hadn't kissed Daddy and Mommy goodnight. She hurried out of bed, scurried downstairs, and opened the door to their bedroom. And then she heard it. It was the growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle all stirred together noise. Sherry almost laughed out loud. She scampered back to her room to draw a picture of the I do know what it is now noise. Sherry wanted Daddy to see her picture first thing in the morning. She put the picture by his alarm clock and gently kissed him goodnight. Wouldn't Daddy be surprised to find out that the noise that's a growl and a roar and a wheeze and a whistle all stirred together was nothing but his own snoring? And do you know something? It was the friendliest noise of all the noises in the night.